Well, I'm starting another detecting video. I'm just on my way out of Townsville, and I'm making my way towards Charters Towers. I would dearly love to metal detect and probe the art in that old place. I reckon there'd be a few old coins lying around there somewhere, and maybe some relics. Well, here we're at the Mingula Hotel. It used to be called the Australian Northern Hotel, and it was built in 1894. It burnt down in 1942, and they've rebuilt it, and they're actually doing it up a bit now, like just scraping back about so many layers of paint, and then just giving it a bit of a new coat. Yeah, it's pretty dry out here, as you can see. Got the old general store, it's not open anymore. The old garage there in the middle, there's not much of it left either, just the old pumps are collapsing out the front. But anyway, it's a lot of history in this place. We're at the start of the Goldfields here at Mingula, not too far from Charters Towers, and then you've got the other Goldfields around here as well. Anyway, I better get back on the road. Well, this is the old garage, or fuel station, petrol station, whatever. As you can see, it's seen better days. I'll have a look at that plate later, but yeah, that's a shame about places like this. They're full of history, but such is life, I reckon. This is the old general store and post office. It hasn't been open for a long time, but there's a lot of history in here as well. I think someone lives out the back or something, but yeah, it's a good old place. Some more fuel bowsers. These aren't as old as the one in the old petrol station next door, but they're still not bad, eh? Anyway, I better think about getting on the road. Well, I'm finally here at my new detecting spot. As you can see, it's quite brown and the grass is dead. It's also folded over, so I should be able to get the coil closer to the ground. But yeah, it's very, very dry, very warm too. It should be in the mid-30s Celsius, and it's good weather and terrain for snakes here, so I'll have to be extra careful when I'm actually going through the bush. But I'll have the coil in front of me, so if anything does happen, maybe hopefully they'll strike at the coil and not me. But I'd say, yeah, it's very, very warm weather, good weather for snakes. But hopefully I won't run into any of them. But I'm going to pick a spot, put my tarp up, get everything established hopefully. But all I want to do is get out and really start detecting, because it's been a while since I've been out bush detecting, but it's this new spot and I just hope I can do well. Anyway, I better go and start getting my gear in order. I'll see you later. Well, I've set my camp up as best I can. I've yet to put up my swag or bedroll. I've got a new table for the stove. I also, my wife bought me a new pack so I can put, like the Camelback takes nearly 2 litres of water, and it also, I can fit my camera in there, you know, a couple of bandages in case of snakes or whatever. But yeah, I'm just about to have a cold drink, get all my gear sorted, and I'm going to go down towards the creek down there and just see what I can find. The grass here is very, very dead, so I'm going to get the coil closer to the ground, which is good. So maybe I'll be able to get some of those deep targets. But down there I know there was a few old campsites, so I was told. So I'm just going to go down there and see all I can do before I knock off for the day and come back and have a cool drink. But as you can see, the sun's starting to go down. It's beautiful out here. A couple of flies around, but you know, you got to put up with flies when you're out in the bush enjoying yourself. Anyway, I better get going. I've got work to do. I'll see you later. Well, I've got a good signal here. I believe it's out of the hole. Yep, so it's got to be in this pile here somewhere, because it's not in this one over here. So let's see what we got. Oh, what is it? Oh, something good. Oh, yep. It's a Chinese coin, look at that. Oh, I love finding these little things. A cash coin. Now this ground here where I'm detecting now, it's quite flat here before the river. Now I'm suspecting, well, I'm thinking that someone's had their hut here or something. But when I get back to my campsite, I'll soak this coin. I haven't got my sheet with me or my book with me to identify which emperor, but that's a good find. I love finding Chinese coins, they're beautiful. Anyway, on to the next one. I'm very, very happy. That was a good find, that. Anyway, on to the next one. Well, I've done it again, I hope. There's nothing in the hole. So, get the old pinpointer. Yes, look at that. Another one. Another Chinese coin. If I was getting these all day, I'd love it. I love the British silver coins and the bronze coins. But the Chinese ones, yeah, they're like, they were cast thousands of miles away, kilometres away, brought over here and lost. And I come along and I find it. To me, that's saving history. Anyway, I'm going to get back into it. I'm very, very happy now. I've got two Chinese coins, a old buckle, and like a lock where you put the key through. But I found a few finds around this general area. I'm going to grid this general area and just see how I go. Anyway, on to the next one. Well, I'm just detecting this flat bit of ground here next to the river. I had some reasonable signals this morning, but nothing of great note. But my best signal this morning, and I just dug this little buckle. So that's my first good find this morning, and hopefully there'll be more, because obviously someone might have had a camp here, because I've got a couple of Chinese coins just over there where the camera's facing now. But yeah, it's very dry here, it's very warm already, and but I've got to keep going. Anyway, I'll better get back into it. Well, in the centre of the screen there, that's where I got a Chinese coin yesterday, and I just got an absolutely fantastic target here. Now I haven't picked it up. It looks like a maybe a penny prior to 1860, or it's a token. But if the camera's shaking, you know why. Yes, it's a token. Look at that. I'm going to have to give it a bit of a clean when I get back to the camp. But that is a token. A beautiful, heavy token. Looks like I just gave it a bit of a love tap too. Oh, bugger. I'm just so eager sometimes, and excitement, it just... feeding I'm my own worst enemy. Looks like it's got a line on it, I'm not too sure. But when I get back to camp, I'll give it a clean. I can't believe I just nicked that. Just excitement of a moment, I suppose. Never mind, I'll keep going. I might get some more around here. I'll be kicking myself for days for that. Anyway, I better get back into it. Now you see that in the centre of the screen, that's where I believe a button. Okay, it's been lying on a button. Well, the button's left its imprint, which means the button will more than likely be in there somewhere, because I think I've already pulled it out. But yep, I'll see how we go. I don't know whether you can see it there. There we go. Looks like a button of some description. I'll give it a bit of a clean, and just looks like there's nothing on this side. It's like almost like a flat button. There's just nothing on it. But I'll see how I go. I'll give it a bit of a clean now. No, I gave it a bush clean, which means I put it in my mouth, get the dirt off it. But yeah, there's nothing on this side at all, and I've yet to clean the other side. I'll do back when I get back to camp. I'll give it a soak in water and get the old toothbrush on it and give it a gentle clean, but I don't think that's got much on it. So it's just a flat button, sort of, anyway. Anyway, I better get back into it. I just got a good signal then, and what popped out was a smaller cash coin than normal. You always call it half a penny cash, or you know, half a cash, whatever they designated their amounts on. But yeah, that was a nice little find. Well, I found two tokens this morning. One's a penny token, I nicked it, and the other one was a half-penny Holloway's token, and I really smacked that one, and I'm just too embarrassed to bring it out and show you, because, and my excuse is I'm using a shorter handle pick this time, but and therefore I'm not allowing for enough room for the target under the ground. So I've got to redo my calculations, otherwise I'm going to mess some more finds up, and I just don't want to do that. Anyway, I better get back into it. Well, the sun's starting to go down, and I've decided to detect it this time. I had a break for a couple of hours. It was just too hot to detect, and just I was drinking the water. I've had 3 Camelbacks today, which is close to 6 litres. But yeah, I just picked this little thing up. Old bottom of a boot. As far as I know it is. Unless they had small ponies here, I don't know. Anyway, I had to switch to these smaller headphones, because the other ones I was just sweating too much, and it was just didn't want to wear them. I also changed to the entrenching tool, because I was using the gold digger, and I basically nicked two. Well, I just nicked one of them, and I gave the other one an almighty smack. This thing has been lying there for about 140, 150 years, and old Pete turns up and gives it a smack with a pick. Anyway, there's a dead roo down here, and oh, he's on the beak. But anyway, yeah, I've switched to these headphones and changed my digger. And at this stage, I've had a few junk targets, but back in the site where I got the two tokens and the three Chinese coins. But anyway, I'm going to get into it. As soon as it starts getting dark, I'm going back up and have a bit of tea and just take the boots off and have a bit of a break. Anyway, I'll see you later. Well, here I am, day 3. This is the area yesterday where I got the Chinese coins and the 2 tokens, and I just had luck again and got another Chinese coin. And yesterday I thought I'd found something that a key would fit in, you know, like the face of a lock, but I had a proper look at it this morning, and it's actually a Chinese coin with part of the centre missing. And I also found the base of a little tube of matches from the old Goldfield days, and it's got a kangaroo on the bottom of it. And I actually got a beautiful, beautiful belt buckle, and it's got a bowler coming in the bowl of the ball. Now I detected it was too dark to use the use this camera, but I'll film it when I get back to my base camp. You can see the blisters on my hands. I had to take my wedding ring off and secure it because basically it was assisting the blisters to come up. But anyway, I'm going to get back into it, fill this hole in and go over this area again, and I'll move across the river there and see what I get over there. Anyway, better get back into it. Well, here's that belt buckle I told you this morning that I got. Yeah, because when I got it last night it was dusk and I couldn't use the camera. But that's a beautiful little buckle. Not very big, but it's a bowler. I gather it's a bowler coming in the bowl. And just got the pins on the back. Would have only been a small belt buckle, like, you know, a smaller belt, but it's still very, very nice, and I love getting these. I also detected this. It's a tube of matches. They're quite small, the matches. They're probably only about 2/3 the length of, you know, the matches we have today. But that's got a trademark written on it. It's got a kangaroo, or looks like a giant rat, but a kangaroo, and looks like someone's monogram down there. I haven't been able to make it out yet, but I'll do that. I'll get the old toothbrush to it and see what I can do. Yep, but 2 good finds there, and I think I've got about 6 or 7 Chinese coins. Anyway, I'm going to have a cup of tea and then get back into it to Savo. I'll see you later. Well, I've been out probably another hour after lunch. I try not to detect in the heat of the day, but I just got this fantastic signal, nearly blew my ears off. And look at that. It's quite a large one. I think it's a reef or something. I just hope I can find the other half. That'd be great. You can see how it went on. But I just wonder what it's got on it. I'll have to give it a good clean when I get back to my camp. Look at that, I'm bloody shaking too. Oh, yep, but finds in this section here have been a few and far between, because I've had a lot of success here in the past. But, yeah, it's the grass is not very thick, but the finds are very few. But anyway, I'm going to keep going. You can see the blisters there. Okay, it's getting soft in my old age. But, you don't worry about blisters when you're saving history. Anyway, I better get back into it. Okay, it's another wide load, moving another home somewhere else. Now we can get back on the road. Not too far from Townsville, about 80-90 k's. And then I'll unpack it and clean all my finds up. Okay, on my way. Hi everyone. Well, I got back home safely. I've since put away most of my gear, and I've just laid out the majority of my finds, which I have a few iron ones as well. And I've picked up a fair bit of rubbish at the Goldfields, as you do. You know, straps, bronze and all that sort of stuff, and bits of iron everywhere. But these are the main finds I got. This is a beautiful belt buckle. I would have loved to have got the other piece. Anyway, it looks like looks to me like wattle, and also it's very similar to the design on the reverse of some of the English coins. But yeah, that was a beautiful piece. It's very heavy. There is absolutely no registration mark or anything on it at all. But that just came up fantastically with a good clean, and I've just soaked it in a bit of oil just to preserve it. Anyway, my second best find was this little belt buckle. To me, it's a cricketer running in to bowl the ball, but that was a nice little find. And you can see a bit of a gold gilt there and a design around the edges. That was a good find as well. I really enjoyed digging those up. Another little belt buckle. As you can see, it's got Paris at the top there. I've soaked it in oil, but I haven't as yet tried to manoeuvre it to actually move the centrepiece. So I've just left it as it is for the time being. Okay, here's my first token find, 1858. It's from Hyde and Decal, I think they call it. Anyway, it's a penny token. I just nicked it, unfortunately. But yeah, I love these tokens, and I've got a few now. But I won't be displaying that one. It'll go in a little cardboard holder, and I'll just put it in the big book I've got where I put most of my coins. This one here, it's a Holloway's halfpenny token, 1858 as well. Oh, I was so happy to get this, and I'd seen that I'd actually nicked it on the side with Professor Holloway on it, and that was, you know, it had been waiting there for about 150 odd years for me to come along and recover it. And what did I do? I nicked it with the digger. Anyway, I also picked up a few Chinese coins, as you can see. I actually thought this one here, that was a face of a drawer where the key went in to unlock it. And when I had a closer look at it after I'd soaked them in water, I could see that it was actually a Chinese coin. I haven't dated these yet, but I have given them a bit of a soak in oil and picked the dirt out of the grooves with a toothpick so I won't damage them. Yeah, I got a few buttons as well. Found this little glass stopper. It was just lying on the ground there in front of me, so I just picked him up. And this is another great find. This is a little matchbox, and the matches weren't very long in those days, but it's got trademark, the words trademark written on it with a kangaroo. It looks like a large rat, and then it's got some writing. I can't make that out just yet. I'll have to get, I think it's in Gothic writing, and it's a bit hard for me to make it out, but I think there's an N and a G in there, or a C. Anyway, these were my iron finds, well, some of them anyway. I don't mind the old iron finds, you know, a couple of homemade horseshoes and that, showing plenty of wear. And, you know, they're the objects that the old diggers used every day. And my mate said these are off a set of hobbles. I don't know that, but he's been around horses most of his life, and he said that's what he believed they would be. Found this when I was recovering a find as well. It was just hanging out of the earth a bit, and it's a bit nicked at the top, but I'll go in the old cabinet as well. Now I found this one. It's got, I think it's Queen Victoria on it, but that's probably a bit later, but it was there as well, and as you can see the glass is a bit thick. Now I'd have liked to have seen this jug, because you can see with it's gone beautifully purple because they put manganese in the glass to actually make it clear, but when it's exposed to the sunlight, the UV rays or something, make it reacts with the manganese and makes them turn purple. But as you can see, that's not very straight. But yeah, it's some good finds there. It was very, very hot out there. I didn't see any snakes, but that doesn't mean that they didn't see me. But yeah, the grass wasn't as thick, and I managed to get the coil down to the ground a little closer than normal, and I got some terrific finds, and they'll end up going in my cabinet over there. But anyway, I'm very, very happy, but I do hope to make another trip there very, very soon, within the next month, because I've retired from the army now and all the time is my own. But anyway, hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you later. Hope you find what you're looking for.